Right now, guys, everybody is talking about creator capital markets. I was talking about it 2 weeks ago, and that is exactly what I was saying, that we are going to front run an entirely new narrative. But guys, right now as well, people are missing out on what it actually is. In this episode, guys, I'm going to show you the nitty-gritty of creator capital markets, how you should be positioning yourself, how you should be trading if you're looking to get quick returns in a day or a two, and what you should actually focus on. So if this is the type of content you enjoy, guys, then make sure that you drop a like and also smash that subscribe button. And now, guys, let's get right into it.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
So guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me yet again. This episode is going to be very crucial for a lot of people. I can bet on that. And that is because of the fact that you see right here, Becker did a live stream on PumpFun yesterday and he made $282,000 within a matter of just a few minutes. And you can see right here how to make $300,000. First, you need to be a KOL, and that should be as good as, Becker, who has like millions of subscribers on YouTube as well. And then you have to just scream all season and start sharing tokens. Right? Then you launch your creator token on PumpFun, which for this case was this one right here, Stream Season. And then you hit $16 million market cap and crash the site because there were a lot of people who were watching the PumpFun live stream from Becker. And I was also trying to get to PumpFun at that time and the site actually crashed, which also raises a lot of questions that if a lot of people are actually eventually going to get, streaming on PumpFun, which a lot of people are currently advocating is the best way to make money online, which I do not think that it's the wrong way. But guys, there is going to be a problem here. So I'll explain that in just a second. Then you farm fees, the token collapses and dumps, farm even more fees as it's at a low market cap, right? Keep streaming on other platform, claim your creator fees, and you are done, right? Now, if I show you the chart, this is the token that he launched. How many people made money? I really do think that a lot of people would have gotten in right here because a lot of people were looking out for it because he announced it. But then the average Joe, the normal people are not making money from these coins, right? And there are multiple coins like these, all right? I was talking about creator capital markets 2 weeks ago, guys, when nobody was talking about it. And even right now, if you focus on the plays that I shared, I still believe that those plays are going to benefit much more from the PumpFun creator fees compared to these tokens, the new ones that are coming and going within a matter of few days, within a matter of few hours even, right? So the other token that everybody was very bullish on is this one right here. It's called Bagwork, right? So this one, you can see, the fate of these tokens is the same. They have nothing. This is another short-term hype. All right. These tokens are not going to sustain the momentum. You can make money, if you got in right here and if you were wise enough to exit right here as well. Bagwork, it went from where, somewhere around like $300,000 market cap on 12th of September, all the way to $52 million on 15th of September. That's just 3 days. And you got a massive, massive return. So from around $300,000 to the highs, it's a 174x. All right. So if you got in early and you basically also sold the top, then definitely you could have made a lot of money from Bagwork. Right? But the problem is that these tokens are very short-lived. And the reason behind it is the fact that these streams have to be really entertaining and that cannot keep going for a very long period of time. So there is always a ceiling and then the price comes crashing down. And even when the price goes down, the creator is actually raking in more and more amount of money as creator fees. Right? So this becomes a very important question. How do you actually utilize the creator fees so that you actually benefit the project? Right? This was a question that a lot of people asked, but only a few people are able to understand it. I'll talk about it in just a second. But the reason behind, I think that these type of tokens, there are many, guys. There are many, by the way. There's new one right here. It's called Gaza. I'm not going to go into the politics, but this one, it says it's a live stream from Gaza on PumpFun. 100% of the fees goes to family in need. But how do you verify it? Right? You cannot verify these things. Maybe some guy from, any country across the globe is doing this. And, he's not actually streaming from Gaza. There are a lot of things that could happen with AI, right? So in my opinion, guys, these type of tokens are not going to live for a very long period of time. This is a short-term hype, right? And usually, guys, you're not going to make a lot of money with meme coins if you're just chasing the shiny objects, if you're just chasing the tokens that are pumping today. All right, you have to bid on the charts which look good for the future, and right now they are sitting at good entry points. All right, now apart from that, guys, there are a few other reasons as well. The thing is, the creator rewards by PumpFun are massive. They're huge, guys. They're huge. Yesterday, Crypto Banter also did a live stream, right? It was a Banter test token, I guess. So it was something like this, Banter test token, I guess. This one, right? So if you check this one out as well, it's now sitting at $311,000 market cap. It went all the way to $3.46 million. And if I'm not wrong, the Banter team actually made $15,000 within an hour, right here. We had 600 people watching live on Pump versus 3,500 people on YouTube on day one. All right. Now this happened. It's not going to sustain first off. They're not going to get more views on PumpFun compared to YouTube because they are well established on YouTube, right? If I do this video on PumpFun and create a new token around it, guys, I will not be getting as many views as I get on this channel, right? Because I'm well established over here. But I would be making more money, of course, because I have not even enabled monetization on this channel because I don't feel the need to do so, right? Now, these guys made over $15,000 in creator rewards on one stream versus $20,000 that they made on YouTube for the last month and 140 videos, right? As a creator, you ain't bullish enough. This is the biggest thing I've ever seen. All right, guys, the thing is, this is indeed the biggest thing that a lot of people have ever seen, but in no way this is sustainable. And this also makes me believe that this is the beginning of the end, all right? I don't think that it's the end, but this is the start of the euphoria that you actually see. PumpFun is going to onboard a lot of retail because of this feature, because of, getting paid for just streaming, for creating tokens, right? So a lot of people are going to come into crypto just to do this. All right. So I do believe that in one way or the other, it is beneficial for the entire crypto ecosystem. But this is going to get very close to being a bubble very soon. I believe 3-4 months. That is what I have been saying for this, bull market as well. So that is the time I believe that we could hit absolute euphoria along with, PumpFun and all of these things that are going on right now. But guys, I think that there are many different ways to utilize creator fees, right? So the first way to utilize creator fees is to put that money back into the chart. For example, NUNU right here. All right, $3.2 million market cap right now. The entire amount of creator fees on this particular token, which is close to 590 SOL, that's more than $140,000. All of that amount has been put back into the chart, and then those tokens have been locked up for 25 years. So that would mean that this token has become deflationary. The supply is getting locked up and moving out of circulation, right? Isn't that bullish? I do believe that this is the most bullish thing that you can do with creator fees, right? Otherwise, you can definitely, choose to use creator fees for marketing purposes, for listing purposes, and a lot of other things, which would benefit the project, not the type of tokens, where there are people who are streaming, like for example, the one that I did show you, this one, they're not going to come back. Crypto Banter is not going to come back into this particular token and, promote this one. They even named it Banter test token. They did not even name it Banter token. All right. Banter coin, right? If they would have at least named it Banter coin, then definitely they could have, maybe they could have done more future live streams on this particular, token as well, right? But they did not. So they're not going to come back on this one, right? And apart from that, if you check out this one as well, Bagwork, guys, do you really think these guys have made I guess more than $200,000 right now? I guess, I'm not really sure, but these guys have made a killing, on this particular token. Do you think they have enough incentive to keep doing this? Because they have gotten rich quick. They're done, right? They are now going to buy shiny, expensive things and enjoy life, right? So they're not coming back for you. They're not coming back for the holders or holding this particular token, Bagwork, right? So I do believe that if you are willing to put the money back into the chart or at least back into the project, it's not necessary that you always do the buybacks and, burn and, the lockups and all that stuff. But it is very important that the money that is being earned through creator fees is put back into the chart. All right. So that is why my number one conviction right now stays with NUNU. I have joined the team of NUNU and I have gotten access to the dev wallet as well, which would basically mean that now it is an absolute certainty that this particular model of, buyback and lockup flywheel is going to continue no matter what. All right. The last 3 buybacks and lockups have been done by me personally. right? So definitely this is a good pick in my opinion. Right now we are sitting at a very crucial zone of support. I don't think it gets better than this. So around like $2.8 million market cap, this box right here is really good entry point in my opinion. We have this trend line support right around here, and then we are likely going to see a breakout very soon in my personal opinion. Definitely guys, not financial advice. I'm involved with this project, so I will be a little biased, but talking about the technicals as well, we are looking pretty good right here, and this could be a very good entry point in my opinion. Just after this episode, I'm going to be doing another buyback and burn. I'm just letting the fees accrue for a bigger buy. All right. And I have realized that NUNU Dev was actually buying at any particular level. It is much better to buy, when the price is dipping towards the downside, so that you can buy as much tokens as possible, and then you can lock up as much supply as possible as well, right? So there is going to be some sort of strategy formation as to how the buybacks are going to be performed, and of course I am building a team around it as well. We are hiring some great artists for content around NUNU. So definitely you can check this one out if you wish. Again, guys, not financial advice. If you don't want to get into NUNU, if you have second thoughts, if you have doubt, if you don't have conviction, basically, then guys, do not ape into NUNU as well. All right. Moving on to the next play. Before I jump into the plays that I already talked about earlier on as well, let's just quickly cover 𝗕𝗕 as well. Right. So right here, you can see 𝗕𝗕, I think price could be coming back into this region, this box right here. This box is between $6.4 million to $6.9 million market cap. There are a few people who are trying to, spread FUD around this one. And guys, I would say that within a matter of like, next 48 to 72 hours, you're going to get a massive news around 𝗕𝗕 as well. So if you want to buy, this could be a good entry point if price comes back into this region. Otherwise, guys, there are definitely lower entry zones as well. One sitting at 5.24 million and another one sitting at 4.4 million. I have zero problem with 𝗕𝗕 going down or up because I have conviction. All right. I don't care about the price in the shorter term. All tokens correct 50%, 60%, 70%. This one held very nicely for a very long period of time. I do think that if price actually comes into this region, there is going to be a massive demand, because the things that are going behind the scenes with this project, I haven't seen anything like this before. All right. Again, guys, not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do with this information. If you want to buy a bag of 𝗕𝗕, it has to be because you have conviction, not because I'm saying so. All right. Not financial advice. As I always say, do your own research around these type of projects, right? Moving on to another play that I have solid conviction on is going to be Kuusou. Now, guys, with Kuusou, I don't think that you guys are realizing what this particular play is. All right. It's a multi-$100 million play in my opinion. This has the potential. All right. If it does not hit $100 million market cap, it would be a shame, because I see the team doing a lot of work behind this one, and I have basically positioned myself in Kuusou as one of my largest holdings right now in terms of meme coins, along with 𝗕𝗕 and NUNU. So these are my 3 conviction plays. Again, guys, never borrow conviction. All right. If you don't want to get into these plays, guys, do yourself a favor and get into something else. All right. If you cannot stand a 20%, 30%, 50%, 60%, 70% drop, and you are going to panic sell at the lows, guys, I did mention about 𝗕𝗕 as well right here itself. I never told you that, you should not sell. You should not, you should just keep buying. I told you that, when we lost this level right here, 9.57 million in this week, and we came back higher, I told you that, the triangle formation, the continuation pattern was invalidated, which meant that price would be coming down lower. All right. Even though I'm acting as an advisor for the CTO team on 𝗕𝗕, I have to be as transparent as possible with you all. All right. I do believe that Kuusou could hit $82 million market cap, which would be 1,000x from the entry that was given inside Kuroshi's private at $82,000. So if you are interested to join Kuroshi's private, because there are some really good plays that are being shared inside Kuroshi's private right now. So if you're interested to join, there's a waiting list for the monthly option. So make sure that you join the waiting list. As soon as new slots open, you're going to get instant access from the waiting list as well. All right. Apart from that, if you want instant access and skip the waiting list, you can join with the yearly subscription, and then you get instant access. The link is given in the description section below. Now, guys, that being said, I do believe that NUNU as well as Kuusou as well as 𝗕𝗕 are going to do well in the future. In the next 2-3 months, they are going to all do pretty well. But that is my conviction. All right. I really hope that you do find your conviction as well in these plays, because I do believe that these are going to do pretty well. All right. Apart from that, guys, there are a few other plays which I have mentioned in the past as well, which are going to benefit quite a lot with the creator fees. The first one is going to be this one right here, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. I have mentioned it in the past as well. Guys, this is the OG play from creator capital markets. All right. It was there even before, the entire meta of creator capital markets actually started to get the buzz. All right. Now, this box right here between 2.26 million and $3.2 million market cap is your zone of interest on 𝗕𝗪𝗓. I do believe this goes much higher from here onwards. So definitely pay attention to this one if you wish. And another one that I do like is 𝗕𝗓𝗪. Of course, we have a very crucial zone of support right here at $560,000 market cap, and then another zone of support around $400,000 market cap. This could do something like this, and then we could see a move towards the upside. Again, another good play from Creator Capital Markets. These are the kind of plays that you should focus on if you are bullish on Creator Capital Markets, all right? Not the ones that, are just there for short-term hype or short-term attention. Apart from that, guys, I really like Dolo All In as well. So this one is also sitting at a very good entry point right now, $3.3 million market cap. Maybe we do touch this level right here at around $2.2 million market cap, which is your 786 Fibonacci level, or even, $1.3 million market cap, which is very rare in my opinion, but it could happen, with a wick or something like that. But eventually, I think that this is going to break out from this falling wedge pattern, and we are going to see new highs on Dolo. I'm very, very bullish on this one as well. So definitely pay attention if you want to follow me, if you want to, copy what I am doing personally. All right. Then guys, another good play, and I would say the blue chip of Creator Capital Markets is definitely going to be 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. And I would say, guys, that you should not sleep on this one right now, because I mentioned it inside Kuroshi's private at 4.8 or around like $5 million market cap. It went all the way to $77 million market cap. All right. This was a 15.4x for Kuroshi's private members. Now we have seen the first retrace. How big is this retrace from the highs to the absolute lows that we have seen? It's a 65% correction, which is usually a very good level, right? Now, if I also plot a Fibonacci from the highs to the beginning of this move, which is right around here, then you can see we are currently confirming support at the 0.618 Fibonacci sitting at $32 million market cap. This is a good entry point on 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗑് we could be seeing a move up and then a little bit of a correction coming back to the 382 and then explosion towards the upside. This would create a nice cup and handle pattern, and then we look for higher prices on this one. Just in case it breaks below the $32.7 million support, you're looking at lower prices, and this would be a golden entry in my opinion, $18.7 million to $20.5 million market cap. So if I was you, I would buy here and then put a bigger or double of a limit buy order right around here. All right. And if you're looking to trade meme coins using limit orders, then definitely, guys, check out the third link in the description section below and join us on GMGN. This is the best platform in my personal opinion for trading meme coins. You can use limit orders. You can use, multiple different features that they have to help you succeed with your meme coin trading journey. All right. Moving on to the next one, guys, we have Based House. This is an entire agency of creators creating on PumpFun. All right, definitely check this one out, guys. It's real people, and I believe that this could be a big play as well. I got in right here, guys, inside Kuroshi's private, and then we have seen a massive move already on this one of a 4x. All right, right now price is coming back down, which is perfectly normal. As you can see right here, we got rejected at the 382. We have a wick, but we got rejected, I would say, at the 382 Fibonacci level. So price is coming back down in this region at the 0.618 Fibonacci. Then we are going to see another move up to break 382, possibly get rejected, and then the next move up is going to lead into a massive breakout in my personal opinion, according to my analysis. All right, so definitely check out Based as well. And then we have another play, which is TBC. This is 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪�ึ definitely check out Based as well. This one was actually listed on MEXC on MEXC as part of PumpFun and MEXC partnership, which would mean that, PumpFun has direct involvement with TBC because they also like this project, right? And then again, this one is also utilizing creator fees to use AI to give you the news around the degen space, around the trenches, right? I really like the idea of this one. So again, this level is going to act as a strong zone of support, in my opinion, around $1.22 million market cap. So check this one out as well if you wish. And then, guys, finally, the last play, which is, in my opinion, going to be a nice trading opportunity, is a new play, and it's called Pokey. Now, this one is currently sitting at $257,000 market cap. I do like the art behind this one. It's very original as well as, very cute, as you can see right around here. So definitely, I think this could do pretty well as well. If I check out the bubble maps, because usually, guys, whenever I ape into a new project, I always look for bubble maps, because there are many plays which are not going to perform really well despite whatever the other people say, right? So right here you can see, this is a very clean bubble map. This is the largest cluster holding just 2.33% supply. Then we have this one, 1.55% supply. So I believe this is going to do pretty well. We have seen a support resistance flip already from this resistance converted into support twice, once here and once here. And I do believe that eventually we are going to see a breakout and then we could see higher prices on Pokey. This is not a very high conviction play for me, but it's a good trading opportunity in my opinion. So if you can get in at a good entry point, possibly into this region, then definitely guys, this could become a good play in my opinion. You can look for like, 10 to 20x on this one is quite easy from the current prices. Definitely do your own research around this one as well, and do not consider anything to be financial advice. As I always say guys, it becomes very difficult for me to give you plays, to give you new plays, because you guys just bid the chart like crazy. All right, guys, you have to focus on one thing. Always manage your risk. All right, whenever you're getting into any play, do not put all your life savings into one play. No matter even if it is NUNU or BITI or Kuusou, I don't have my entire life savings into these three plays, even though I have the strongest conviction, right? I am managing my risk. At the end of the day, everything is a meme coin, right? But I do believe that, these type of plays in my portfolio could help me 10x, 20x my portfolio overall, which means that I'm looking at multiple X's on each of these three plays. So definitely take some time to do research around these plays and look out for yourself. And apart from that, guys, for NUNU, as you can see, 9.12% of total supply has now been logged till 2050. That is 25 years from now. All right. Apart from that, guys, a massive news for MOMO holders and the MOMO community that I am now back into MOMO. All right. So I did an update about MOMO right here, as you can see. So I said that one of the most requested charts for TA. Here we go about MOMO. Price ended up bouncing exactly from the zone of interest I gave earlier as the last support, 2.1 million and $2.9 million market cap. This was given. All right. Then we saw a nice bounce and volume taking it to $9 million market cap, right? Right now, price must hold above $5.4 million market cap to try another push to $10 million. That is what I said. This is from September 14th. All right. Everything is right there on my X. Every single proof. All right. Breaking above $10 million would solidify a reversal and we can think of $29 million. I'm not in, but watching. And then yesterday I mentioned this. So MOMO has been holding the $5.4 million level very nicely. This is what, it was looking yesterday. So I have bought a bag finally. Love the community around MOMO and their enthusiasm despite what went with price action in the last few weeks and some of the bad actors who are now promoting it again, which I really don't think that the MOMO community really needs anymore. But anyway, guys, real community was spotted. And that is why I got in on MOMO. And look at it right now. So I got in right here and then I mentioned it. And then we got this big move up and now we are basically just flying. So we have already hit $10 million, which was your 0.7863 Fibonacci of the entire move. All right. If I zoom out a little bit, then you can see right around here. The next zone is going to be $29 million once you solidify support above $10 million. So what I am looking for is something like this to happen. If this happens, you're looking at a move all the way to $29 million. That is your next zone of resistance. That is when the real test of the community would be. If they would be able to shill MOMO heavily enough that it is going to break past the 29 million resistance as well. In that case, you're looking at much higher prices, by the way, which is going to take MOMO all the way to around $74 million. So that is going to be a nice 25x trade from the price that I got in right here. And I do wish that it happens. And I also mentioned very clearly, guys, on this post itself that, I will let this bag cook. Not looking for a trading opportunity here. If this sends, I'm good. If this doesn't, I'm good. My goal is to support real communities that thrive. All right. So if anybody has been hating me for, talking bad about MOMO, guys, I'm not against you. I am against the people who were giving you false hopes while selling on you. And they might be doing it all over again. That is something that I do wish that they don't do this time around. All right. Again, full support to the MOMO community. As I did mention, this is a massive community which has held strong, very strong, I would say, despite, the sentiment around MOMO, all of the controversy that went ahead with MOMO and, the guys who were promoting MOMO. I really do think that, the community has stood its ground very nicely. And that is why I ended up buying. All right. One more thing that I need to mention as the last thing, I really feel that AVAX right now is severely undervalued compared to the rest of the market. And it's not like I'm talking about it at $30, guys. If you have been following me on X, then you could have seen this tweet was done on July 9th. All right. I said adding some AVAX in spot here at $18.58. All right. And you can see right here, $18.58 was right around here in this region, right? 9th of July, this candle. And ever since then, we have seen a massive move already, which is around 68% in spot. And that entry is going to be a killer entry, in my opinion, for this cycle for AVAX. I do believe that this is going to go much higher. And even at the current prices, it's a good opportunity. Maybe we do something like this and then come back lower. And that could be a good entry point. Or we see a little bit of a pullback. This could be a good entry point. So do yourself a favor and check this one out as well if you wish. And I do believe that this is going to be a good play in spot for like another like 5 to 10x is possible on AVAX as well this cycle itself. And again, guys, one more thing that I need to tell you is that I really believe, and I firmly believe, I would say, that this is the beginning of the end. So the time to lock in is running out, in my opinion. All right. You're getting some really good entry points on Bitty. You're getting some really good entry point on NUNU. You're getting an amazing entry point on Kuusou, $1.6 million market cap. These guys are creating an entire anime network. And if you don't understand what it is all about, then definitely do some research around these type of projects and you can see what this is going to be all about. Definitely, guys, nothing is financial advice. If you wish, you can ape. If you don't wish, guys, I don't care. And basically that is all, guys, from this particular episode. If you enjoyed watching it, make sure that you drop a like. If you're interested to join Kaloshi's private, the link is given in the description section below. And guys, make sure that you subscribe. All right. A lot of you are watching the videos, but they're not subscribed. Guys, please do subscribe. It's absolutely free of cost, and follow me on X as well so that you do not miss the next spot call like Pump, like Solana, like AVAX, right? So definitely, guys, make sure that you smash the subscribe button and also ring the bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I put up another update. That's all, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep hustling.
Never slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.